101A, take 2.
Should people be allowed to buy Instagram followers?
Honestly, if it makes them more happy, then sure. But honestly, I think it's a waste of money.
I personally don't have a big problem with it, as long as you're not lying about it when someone asks you.
No, because it's not the right way, but they do it anyways.
I think it's dishonest, and it puts a certain value on Instagram followers when there's not.
I don't think so, because I feel like it only aids the fakeness that Instagram already brings.
Should people be allowed to buy Instagram followers?
No.
I was actually mixed.
It's their life. If they want to, it's such a waste of money. But if they want to,
That's what I said. I was like, you're not supposed to, but if it's that important to you, I mean.
Because then you look at the people that do buy their followers. Like, I have a friend. It just makes people that we go to school with look at it and be like, oh my gosh, how does she have that many? Why is she so cool? Why is she It just makes you look at her and go
It's just
what is
for
she
the-
doing
the
different?
clout.
It makes you hide behind your Instagram too.
Yeah.
I said no. I was like, no. I just think no. Just no in between.
I
If
don't
they
have a
want to,
prob-
then they can. I just said no.
That's what I said.
I mean, I don't have a problem with people who do. It's just I personally won't do it.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you guys about social media. Do you guys ever unplug intentionally, take a break from social media? Talk about what that looks like in your world.
I took a year and a half off Snapchat and 6 months off Instagram.
Oh, wow.
I think Snapchat's hard for me to get rid of, and not just because I don't care about everybody else. It's just I have so many memories on there.
Yeah.
From just I have memories from there from since 8th grade. So but I do unplug. It's just it's almost
It's kind of hard.
why am I looking at everybody's highlights? I don't like that. I don't feel good about myself if I look through that all the time.
makes sense.
How do you know when you need to take a break from it?
How do you know when you need to? You know when you need to if you see on your notification. So there's these notifications that tell you how long you've been on the app. Yeah, it's screen time, bro. If you're on Twitter or Snapchat or any more than 5 hours, it's time. It's time.
5
to get off.
hours?
Yeah, I went one time and it was 6 hours and 51 minutes. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, I did not realize.
Even
It's not
Yeah,
you
it's
sat
all
there
of
for
them.
6 hours, but it's
It can tell you your
Yeah.
pickups, how many times you pick up your phone, and it's insane how many times you pick
Oh,
up your phone.
I don't even want to know. I don't even
It's 1,000. Seriously.
Because my phone vibrates, I look at it.
And I think it's a big epidemic.
It really is.
Yeah, it
Because a lot of people compare themselves to other people. So if they seeing
Comparison is so.
it's really
It's
bad. It's real so
Toxic.
bad.
Yep.
It's really.
And I was a lot of the times I'm man, I wish I lived in my parents' generation just because I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. The comparison in today's world is terrible.
It is, and ultimately, I think even the people who have a lot going for them, they think about themselves more than others.
Right.
Yeah.
We all think
How will this make me look better?
we're all comparing, but we all are thinking about ourselves more than the other person. If we're thinking, man, I wish I was like them, or man, I'm better than them at least, so I've got that going for me. You're still thinking about yourself more.
Just take 1 minute to kind of process that question, and then we'll move on to a new topic.
Has this conversation changed the way you view this subject?
I think it just shows us I think it shows me how much today's generation has changed how today's generation views themselves.
Yeah.
I think just all the social media makes you, really instead of being thankful for what you have, you're envious and jealous of what other people have, And so I think it makes you, it looks away from your good aspects and looks at your bad ones and say I wish I could fix those or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
One thing that Isaiah said that kind of I didn't think about was that when we think about comparison, we think about, oh my gosh, they're better than me a lot of the time. But it also does the, oh my gosh, well at least I am better than that person.
Right, exactly.
The pushing other
Yep.
people down, which I don't know, I feel when we think about comparison, we just think the other way. We're oh my gosh, I want to be them. When we talk about it, we don't often admit to the fact that we're oh, at least we're better than them.
I'm not them, but
Yeah.
hey, I'm above them, so it's okay.
One thing
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
social media does terrible is you don't realize it, but you're seeing the highlights of everybody's life, like
Yeah.
their best
true. And we
moments, the
forget
best,
that all the time.
and it makes you like
It's just a filter.
You know, you're sitting in your room and you compare yourself from sitting in your room now to somebody who that's their highlight of, you know, their month or something.
Yeah.
The best time of their month. You know what I mean? And so like that's another thing is like people only post their best aspects.
Yeah.
So I think that, you know, they are better than me in reality. You know, I'm not thankful for what I have, you know, so.
Right.